Welcome to English Podcast for You. I'm Maria, and I'm so excited to have you here. Whether you're just starting to learn English or looking to improve your skills, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's learn together and make English fun and easy. Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to English Podcast for You. I'm so happy you're here with me today. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, working hard, reaching your goals, but still feeling like something is missing? Maybe you've got the job, the apartment, the routine, but deep down there's this little voice saying, "Is this it? Shouldn't I feel happier?" It's easy to fall into that trap, always chasing more, comparing ourselves, feeling like what we have just isn't enough. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. So many of us live in that space without even realizing it. In today's episode, I'll share a story that speaks directly to that feeling. A reminder that sometimes what we're really missing is perspective. That gratitude, when we practice it honestly, can slowly transform the way we see everything. Not through big, dramatic changes, but through quiet moments that help us reconnect with what matters most. So grab a cup of tea, take a breath, and let's get into this story together. Clara is a woman in her early 30s, working in a bustling city. On the surface, she had it all. An apartment in a nice neighborhood, a stable job as a graphic designer, and a vibrant circle of friends. But Clara couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing. No matter how much she achieved, she always felt like she needed more to truly be happy. Clara spent a lot of time scrolling through social media, comparing her life to the carefully curated posts of others. She saw people traveling to exotic destinations, getting promoted at work, and living what seemed like perfect lives. Clara couldn't help but feel like she was falling behind. She was constantly chasing something: a bigger apartment, a more exciting career, the latest gadgets, thinking that once she had them, she would finally feel fulfilled. But no matter what she got, the feeling of dissatisfaction never went away. It was as if the more she gained, the more she wanted. The constant striving for more began to feel exhausting. One evening, after another busy day at work, Clara's friend invited her to a master class on personal growth. The topic of the day was gratitude. Clara, skeptical at first, wasn't sure how something like that could make a difference. But she decided to go anyway, intrigued by the idea. The speaker shared how practicing gratitude can shift your mindset and help you appreciate the small things in life. Clara listened carefully, thinking about how often she'd been caught up in the chase for more success, more possessions, more recognition, and how little she took the time to appreciate the things she already had. Later that night, Clara listened to a podcast on gratitude by a well-known psychologist. The podcast explained how gratitude could not only improve your mental health but also help you find happiness in what's already around you. She decided to give it a try, even though she wasn't fully convinced. The next morning, Clara took a few minutes to list the things she was grateful for. She wasn't expecting miracles, but something clicked. She started to realize how much she had taken for granted. Her job, her apartment, her health, and the people in her life. However, it wasn't easy. Clara didn't wake up the next day with a newfound sense of peace. She had to make a conscious effort every day trying again and again to focus on gratitude, even when her mind wandered back to the feeling of needing more. Some days were harder than others, but over time, Clara began to see the small changes. She noticed the peacefulness of her morning routine, appreciated the quiet moments in her apartment, and started enjoying conversations with friends without constantly comparing her life to theirs. It was a gradual process, and Clara didn't always feel grateful. But little by little, she began to see that happiness wasn't about having more. It was about being thankful for what she already had. She realized that gratitude wasn't a one-time fix. It was a daily choice. Some days it felt natural. Other days it felt forced. But each time she paused to recognize something good, no matter how small, she felt a little more grounded. Slowly, those moments added up. Clara began to understand that life didn't have to be perfect to be meaningful. It just had to be seen through clearer, more thankful eyes. She also made small lifestyle changes. She limited her time on social media and stopped comparing her journey to others. Instead, she started celebrating her own progress, slow, steady, and real. Her mindset shifted. The same apartment she once thought was too small became her cozy, safe space. Her daily walk, once just a way to kill time, became her favorite moment of peace. She no longer chased the idea of a perfect life. Instead, she learned to love the life she already had. So beautiful, friends. What can we learn from Clara's journey? True change doesn't happen overnight. It's not about waking up one day with a completely different mindset. It's about small, consistent steps. It takes patience, effort, and intention. But when we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, something beautiful happens. We begin to feel that what we have is already enough. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring your goals or dreams. It simply means learning to appreciate your life along the way. It's about finding joy in the present, even as you work toward your future. Because when you start to focus on what's going well right now, you realize that happiness isn't in the next achievement or the next big thing. It's in the quiet, simple moments that are already here. So take a moment today to pause and notice the good things around you. The small victories, the peaceful moments, the people who care. When we do this, we can begin to feel truly fulfilled without waiting for perfection. You'll find a PDF of this episode in the description. You can read it out loud and practice shadowing with the text. Also, all the vocabulary and expressions are listed in the file. So please check it out if you want to improve your English and practice speaking with me. Thanks for listening, and remember, gratitude turns what we have into enough. Bye for now, friends. See you soon.